Welcome to Pull the Pin Radio, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions of the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
But we promise we're going to enjoy giving them to you.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Mike.
I'm Ryan.
Oh, hell. Let's pull the pin.
How the hell we know that wasn't going to work? We got to put these guys in taller than the man in front of you, move forward.
Yeah. All right, so what's on the agenda for tonight?
I don't know. We're gonna talk about an interesting video we heard. Well, first we're gonna say goodbye.
Yeah, everybody say goodbye. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, an interesting video that was going around the internet about an army soldier, right? Army staff sergeant, I think she was. I don't know.
Yeah.
Talking about martial law. I guess there was a conversation with a civilian. And the video was cut, obviously, so I think it's missing a lot of context. But I think even watching the video from the cut is an interesting discussion because it could prompt us to talk about a lot of aspects of it. So if you guys want, I'll share that video if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Let's do that. All right. Well, there she is. And this is what she's got to say.
Understand that if active duty military actually get deployed within the United States, that weapon is not just pointed at other people, other countries. It's pointed at you. If you do not get in your house when I tell you to, you become the enemy. Martial law.
So, who wants to start with that one?
Well, big country. Excuse me. Big sexy.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, is she wrong? I would say to a point, yeah. Yes and no, I would say. I mean, yeah, if active duty military came out, there's martial law and that was put at you, obviously you're the enemy. You're the enemy because they had to pull martial law in for a reason, right? I mean, it's been activated for a reason, but in that same aspect, we're people too, you got a gun aimed at another American, right? That will go through your head. Orders and all. I like to say really for the soldier.
I like to say it depends what martial law was declared on that for the military. So
Is this audio choppy for you?
Yeah.
Oh, you were choppy, Nate.
choppy?
Yeah, real choppy. Like I got it. You're good now.
You sounded like Mike's cellmate.
Show me that face, Mike. Show me that face.
Boy, he wasn't choppy then, boy, I tell you.
I said it would depend on what I think it would depend on what martial law was declared for. I would hope that most military members were just stupid to enforce martial law and threats that the government likes to make against the Americans. But I agree, if it needs to be declared, you should probably listen. It's like they're like essentially police officers. Listen to them, and you won't get shot.
Yeah, I think she went a little extreme.
Yeah, she did. She was a little extreme, especially since someone did a very good job at editing, by the way. That's what first and foremost. But I would say if martial law was ever handed down, then it depends on the ROE. Here we go again.
Yeah.
Just because somebody doesn't go inside, okay, what does the rules of engagement say?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you can't really just pop off at an Iraqi or an Afghan person or soldier, yeah, if you can tell the difference, right? That's firing at you. But if an American doesn't go inside when you tell them to, okay, now I'm gonna point the weapon and shoot you. But once again, someone did a wonderful job at editing that video to make it newsworthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still think the points are well taken, and I agree with like Ryan. I mean, martial law, we get it. There's a reason for martial law. There's a reason we have to keep order in the citizens of this country. I guess the part I struggle with is her language. I mean, when you talk about pointed at you, like you don't necessarily have to point a weapon at somebody because they won't go inside.
Right.
And then to call them the enemy, I mean, the enemy's kind of reserved for people who are trying to kill us, not people disobeying law and order. Like, I don't, cops don't go out and arrest enemies. You know what I mean? So I think it's just her language is very, very wrong to me. And that's probably what rubs people the wrong way, because we don't ever look at American citizens as the enemy because they're the whole reason we're here serving.
Right.
Now, the good and the bad, obviously, we may not like them all, but they're still not the enemy. And if they are the enemy, they must have done something severely drastic against our own people, not against the government.
Yeah.
Pointing a weapon at someone who doesn't go in the house where you direct them to.
But her generalized statement like that, I mean, first it looks bad, but I bet her attitude would be a lot different if she was at her mom's house and her mom wouldn't go inside.
Yeah, are you going to sit there and defend your mom or drag your mom inside the house?
Oh, I'll push her ass aside and I'd point that gun right at her mom and be like, you better get inside. You the enemy now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the point behind it, We got to remember that, you don't know who you're dealing with. That could be, the general's mom you're talking to out there, you don't know. There's no way in hell would we ever act. I couldn't imagine, even if we going back to ROE, the ROE for us would be a lot tighter than it is in Afghanistan or any other country, I'm sure. Media would have a lot more access to us if we were doing it here.
I agree. We kind of saw it during Katrina, and they sent the soldiers down there, and then they went, I forget the general's name. They had the Raging Cajun general. They had to send him down there from Fort McPherson to, get the soldiers, so to speak, under control, because they were treating them as if they were people from a different country. And he was like, no, these are our citizens. If somebody
sure
burns up. Say what?
You sure about this?
Yeah.
You positive?
Okay, sure, positive. What's the next word?
I mean, Fort McPherson closed right after you worked there, so I don't know how he sent him down for Fort McPherson.
No, I was there during Katrina.
McPherson?
Yeah.
Downtown Atlanta, McPherson.
No, the other one that's like right outside of East Point.
This is Gillum.
No, Fort Gillum is in that's
Right
near
outside East
Jonesboro.
Point.
No, it's not. Fort Gillum is nowhere near East Point, man.
Fort Gillum is over there by the zoo.
The who?
The zoo, the Atlanta Zoo.
No.
I went to Meps at Gillum. I know where Gillum is. I promise you that one.
Fort Hood's in Killeen, Texas.
Well, this is very interesting because didn't Mike work there in Georgia?
Yeah, he worked at Fort Mac.
Yeah.
And the both of you can't figure out where the base is?
I've been to that base too. I know where the base is. I mean, the base is right off that, right by the old whatever car trade plant was over there. Was that a Toyota plant or something like that?
I have no idea. No.
Well, that was very productive.
Okay.
Now you have a bunch of people saying, "Oh, what was the topic again?"
Yeah.
But no, I'm not talking about when I was a soldier. You know that, right?
No, I do. Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
Well, you work with Bill.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It would be good to come on the show, by the way.
Yeah.
So, getting back on topic, to me, that just during Katrina. Say what?
They have martial law at Fort McPherson? Did y'all talking about it or no? Yes,
Fire Marshal Bill, maybe.
I'm sorry. I'm over here looking up on Google. See if it's open.
No, what's his name? Fort McPherson. Here we go.
Who, China? China bought Fort McPherson?
Oh, what's his name?
Steve Harvey. Oh God,
Medea.
Medea, yeah.
Yeah.
God, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Tyler
Perry, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, they film parts of The Walking Dead there.
Good to know. Good to know.
I don't know why, but I'm just saying. But
What's this show about?
Yes.
Martial law on The Walking Dead.
Then we shoot him.
Or martial
Then we
law
shoot
from
him.
Walking Dead, huh?
Those dead are not compliant, so you have to kill them.
That's
They are
it.
the enemy.
They become the enemy. Yes.
They are the enemy.
Yeah. And you make sure you shoot them in the head, because you shoot them
Yes.
anywhere else, they just keep coming.
Yep.
And that's all I have to say about that.
Hearts and minds, guys.
But yeah, going back to it, it depends on the. I know martial law, but it depends on, once again, our favorite three letters, ROE. You know, and she just went to, like Jim and Ryan spoke about. She just went to the extreme, like going inside, not going inside the house is an act of deadly force against you. You know, so now you're gonna point the weapon and shoot him. You know, it just made no sense, even though it was edited to make it seem like she said that. But yeah.
Well, she did say those things. I just think they were in a longer conversation with a civilian. And we all know, let's be real, there's some people out there who just like to embellish and sound important, like they know what they're doing because they're some sort of soldier now. So maybe she was just telling stories and making it sound really harsh because she's got some authority now as a soldier. I don't know.
Did it show
should
what
look
rank
for
she
the-
was?
She's a staff
That's
sergeant.
Jesus.
Yeah, but I mean, she could have been innocently speaking about a couple of stories, but they
That's true.
edited it to make it seem like she was just talking about that one thing. That's why. That's
Well, like,
yeah.
on what she was doing, a TikTok video, you can only record so much at a time. You need to stop it and start recording again. Stop and start recording again. So maybe it was edited. Maybe that was her stopping at certain points.
Right.
Well, I heard, I didn't read, I didn't see the full one, but I heard she was having a conversation with a civilian. And those are some of the points during the conversation. But even to like what Mike was saying is, yes, even if it's edited and makes her sound bad, I accept that. I mean, I clearly see the cuts. So even I'm taking the comments on their surface. No matter what you're talking about, when is those weapons pointed at you sound reasonably acceptable?
When
Yeah.
you have a
Right.
Or when do you call American citizens enemy? When is that acceptable? Like if you're Trump and you're talking about the media, sure. The enemy of the people?
I would agree with you. I mean, I would expect more from a staff sergeant to watch what comes out of her mouth, especially talking to a civilian. But at the same time, once again, we don't know the full content. But what she did say was a little extreme. Just however content she meant it was to the extreme by all means. And she would not have the power to make those decisions. She would not be in a position to make those decisions. That would come up above her head, sit down to her. So chances of that actually being a situation over in this country, I couldn't see. I mean, go in your house, I'm gonna put a bullet in you. That's ridiculous, you know.
One thing I don't believe is that she was talking to some civilian or whatever. I think she was doing a selfie.
You might be right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she was
Yeah,
doing a
I
selfie.
don't have proof of that, so you
Yeah.
could be 100% correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just heard that through some of the stuff I was seeing when it was reported. So yeah,
By the way, she was moving her hand and not hands. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
right at the
Just what
camera.
Nate's doing. Yep.
and even then I like this is just good topic to talk about because this is stuff that could be reality and this is good stuff that could come up. But in the end, I think she's just one of those unhinged cowboys. You know what I mean? That just goes out and talks trash because she's got some military experience and can back it. I'm sure even in my day, we went and puffed our chest out and said, yeah, well, we'll take down this. And so, I just dismiss it as stupidity. I don't think it's the end of the world, but it is good topic, especially in this time right now.
I've never
It's
seen Staff Sergeant Mike say something stupid.
I support her 100%. I support her 100%.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mike's the only one here who don't own a gun, so I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Change that. Change that.
What?
Nah, it's the same.
Well, all right, wait,
You haven't
change
noticed
that. Change
my
that.
wall again?
Uh-oh. Big country. I can't call him Big Sexy. I'm sorry. Big Country. He has something to say about that. Change that.
I don't know the gun.
Woohoo.
You don't?
Nope.
Oh man.
Nope.
But you carry 2 guns with you everywhere,
That's
right?
right, baby.
I don't own a gun either.
Yeah, I don't either.
You own
All right,
multiple
but
guns.
This is not this is not pull the
Not
liar.
a gun, a few
I,
guns.
I do not own a single gun.
I got a 9-year-old and a 14-year-old. I do not keep a firearm in the house. We actually had somebody down the street, a 13-year-old, shoot himself.
Are you serious, dude?
Yep.
I
Yeah,
could
he's-
leave my pistol on the counter, and both my kids would never touch it.
Man, this kid, he decided he was going to wild west it and try to flip the gun around. And when he did, he came back in and pulled the trigger,
Wow.
killed him.
Too many times. Too many
Yeah.
times.
Well, not only one time.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I've seen it too. No, shut up. I'm about to explain it. You know what I mean. Are you ready to pull the pin on that one, Jim?
Oh, yeah, sure. We can pull the pin on that.
All right.
Has everyone said what they need to say about this fine staff sergeant? Who's probably getting a promotion soon?
Right. Yeah.
Be on that E7 list quick.
She might even had something to do with the Afghanistan withdrawal.
Oh my God. Here we
Grades
go.
and master sergeant. Promote before peers.
Yeah. There you go.
I support her 100%.
All right. Well, we could still end our show with our opportunity to pull the pin on something or a shout out or person of the week. It's not mandatory anymore. We don't force you. So if you got nothing, you got nothing. Just pass.
I'm going to pull the pin on being a bully.
But what?
Being a
Being a
bully. So I kind of
Sounds like you said a boy.
It sounded like he said being employed.
Maybe I shouldn't pull the pin because you guys can't understand me.
Put that pin back in.
We've done that before, I think.
So I touched on the episode before. So you guys' president is blaming certain governors for being bullies because they are going to fine school systems for making mandates. But then he turns around and makes the mandate for every service member, every DoD civilian, and every contractor to have a vaccine. So I guess he turned around and bullied everybody to get a vaccine, like he's blaming governors for bullying people not to wear masks. So I'm pulling the pin on being a bully. Not employed, but a bully.
It's that hypocritical Democrat double standard, right? You can't do it, but I can.
Mm.
They're all hypocrites.
Yeah.
That's why we're independent, right, Mike?
Yeah, and what are we?
Independent. Something.
Yeah.
DR.
Other than them two.
Other than DRR. It's kind of like a gender. We're not male or female. We're not DRR. We're other.
Yeah. I have a person of the week.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
Yeah. It's someone that I've known in the military. And yeah, we served together and we used to have some good conversations, good debates too. And he's a good guy. And we reconnected on, like most people, social media. And next thing you know, we started having debates, if you will. And then, as you guys know, I just stopped all debates on social media because I'd rather do it in this form right here, or at least on a telephone, so you can get your point across. And like if Jim and I are having a conversation on social media, next thing you know, all these people that don't know Jim start calling him all these, hey man, why you talking to that racist? Like, what? It's Jimbo. But it's just sometimes it's just not the place to have certain conversations with people on social media. But anyway, I reconnected with this one guy, Josh, and we had a conversation this morning. We disagreed on some things, but we had a conversation about it. And it just proves the point that social media is not real life, Real life is when you reach down, you pick up your phone, and you actually talk to someone, and not doing that keyboard stuff or thumb. If you're on the phone, you do your thumb. That thumb conversation. It's actually talking to someone, and we had a genuinely good conversation. So that's my person of the week, POW.
You can go ahead and give a shout out too, man. You don't have to say social media. You could tell everybody you met him again on Grindr. That's fine.
Hey, I will say this. This is going to be my last episode.
On Grindr or here? So I'm gonna take.
I never ever put you guys' personal business out there, but I don't know. You guys remind me of being back in the military. I can't take it.
Linked his profile below. So I'm gonna go the opposite way, Mike. I'm gonna keep it in the social media, but I'm gonna go the opposite way because everyone knows. Well, I don't want to say everyone knows. Everyone can see the blunders that are happening right now in our government and the Americans in Afghanistan. And I remember some military guy. I'm looking at you, Joe, out there. Not you, Navy Joe, because I know you'll take it personal if you think it's you.
And he's not going to take that personal.
Damn it! I can't win. Damn it!
Edit.
I am talking to another guy who went off the hook when Trump wouldn't sign the government thing and everybody can get paid. Guy went off the hook about Trump, and not a word from him about what's going on now. Not a freaking word. Like, you just lost all credibility with me. And if you're going to criticize across the board fairly, even if there's some slight bias, okay, whatever. But at least acknowledge. So I'm done with that stuff. There's people I'm not even talking to anymore. Not happening. And if you have to, call me.
Like the last episode, he was a bye.
I think he's going to change into his costume.
I'm going to see him go find him. I got him back.
Sorry, technical difficulties.
It's way more than technical difficulties. All right, you guys done? Did everybody go?
Yeah.
Big country then.
Oh, I passed. That was the first.
Oh, okay. My bad.
He passed, but then he spoke about everything.
Yeah, well, everything hit me right,
All right.
Well, that is all the time we're going to take for this episode. Probably longer than we should have, by about 20 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you come back. Hope you get involved. Go to the website, pull the pin already. And until then, Godspeed.
Pull the pin.
Voice so high.
And pull the pants down. Thanks for joining us here. Pull the pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.